Hello everyone, it's Christopher with Veritas Yacht Sales and Brokerage. I'm here with my colleague Rob Hammerling of NV Yacht Group, and this morning we are aboard a beautiful brand new Phantom 65 Fairline Yacht. And before we get into the aspects of this yacht and this particular model, Rob, what's the state of the market? Fairline, I know, is a British manufacturer.
It is, and thanks for asking. Fairline is one of the big three. Out of the UK, they are built in a tiny little historical town in the center of the UK called Outland. And because of that location, it kind of dictates the company and what they do. Because if you've ever been to the UK, the roads are kind of small and narrow. They are at the maximum with 68 feet of being able to transport a boat from its factory in the center of the island to the water. So Fairline makes boats from 33 feet, which is a specialty line, and then they jump up to 40 feet. Most of their boats are 40 to 68 feet. Think of them as a small batch bourbon. They're competitors, Sunseeker and Princess, awesome boats, also made in the UK. And in the UK and Western Europe and Asia, the three of them are thought as the same. Here in the US, they are new to the market. They have not had representation at the level that we're doing it now. We have us, Nautical Ventures, here in the Southeast. We have Strong's Marine in the Northeast. We have Colony in the Midwest. All three large, very substantial dealerships. And we're looking to make a big splash with the boats. Why Fairline? Well, you know, if you're looking for a boat in that range below 75, 80 feet, that's what we specialize in. The Sunseeker and Princesses, while they make boats down to 50 feet, their market is really 65 feet and up. We were talking earlier, the idea of, you know, the 40, 45, 50, 65 foot customer, they are our most important customer, not an afterthought. So we build a third of the boats that the Sunseeker and Princess do. We're just a little different. There's some things that we do differently, and the boats, I believe, and the current owners believe, are really special.
And exciting.
It is. It is. I just want to mention a gentleman named Alberto Mancini. Alberto Mancini is our chief of design, has been doing yacht design for 20 plus years with some of the biggest companies in the industry, both manufacturers and a number of fully customized super yachts. He is responsible for the boats that we're going to see today.
Okay.
He has developed the lines and the interiors of all of our current models of boats, and I think you're going to agree with me that they're pretty spectacular.
Well, and I have a couple of points I wanted to touch on as well with Fairline. And I've noticed that they, purely subjectively, are really good-looking boats.
They are traditional in some ways. I mean, the British sensibility of form following function. But that being said, the lines are spectacular. They flow. They look like they're moving when they're stationary. They are designed to maximize the comfort of the boat and the ride of the boat. They're tested in the North Sea. That's our test pond. And if you've ever been to the North Sea, it's never nice. And these boats perform. It makes the Atlantic here seem like the proverbial children's pond.
Well, and it's one of the things I like about that British seafaring heritage, really has continued through with all of the big three manufacturers.
No question about it.
We talked about the great lines, but not compromising comfort. And from what I've seen, some nice little details, which we'll get into on each model, that really appeal to the American buyer as well.
These boats are specifically designed by us when ordered for the American market. We were talking a little bit about ice makers before. Here on the east coast of Florida, where one of the main attractions is the ability to travel to the Bahamas. Anyone that's bought a $25 5-pound of ice bag in the Bahamas knows the joy of having an ice maker on board.
Yes.
These boats all have multiple ice makers.
And Rob, you're speaking to my heart with an ice maker. And we're not going to show you right now, but as we show you on some of the boats, this isn't the little dinky ice maker that makes like 3 ice cubes. This is a legit underbar, high volume ice maker that is going to keep the party going. And as Rob said, most of these boats have multiple ice makers on board. It sounds little, but to me, to anybody who boats in Florida, it's huge. Here's another thought that I had on Fairline as a brand and a company. Part of owning a beautiful, expensive yacht like this, that pride of ownership. And you talked about the small production levels of Fairline. If I own a Fairline, I'm not seeing one at every dock at my marina. I'm not seeing one at every anchorage.
You're absolutely not. It is a very small batch production company. Something that is worrisome to some potential buyers is, well, you're so small, what about service? What about maintenance? Is it ever going to be an issue? We have a program, and this is exclusive to NV Yachting, for boats that are kept within 50 miles of any of our stores. And we have 7 stores up and down the East Coast and West Coast of Florida and in the Panhandle. If the boat is kept within 50 miles, give or take, of any of our stores, we provide 2 years of full maintenance, yacht maintenance on the boat as part of the purchase price. That is cleaning, that is checking the systems.
Detailing the yacht, hold on.
Detailing the boat, bottom cleaning the boat, checking the engines, the electrical system. The idea is that every time our owner comes to their yacht, all they need to do is turn the key and go. And these boats are, by and large, even in the 65 that we're on and the 68 behind it, by and large, these are owner-operated boats.
Yes.
You may have a captain on occasion for when you want to just sit back and relax, but mostly they are owner-operated. And these people, like with other yacht owners, they didn't get in a position to buy yachts by sitting around. They're busy. They're active.
Mm-hmm.
They're working or they're playing, but they're doing it actively. When they come to their boat, they don't have to think about it. And they don't want to necessarily, at this size, have to hire a separate yacht management company to maintain it. Have this taken care of for 2 full years, it's a pretty special thing.
And I think it's important to delineate this offering because this is an exceptional offering. So if a customer buys a new Fairline, like this beautiful Phantom, and they dock it here in Fort Lauderdale, for 2 years after purchase, they're going to have detailing services, maintenance services, bottom cleaning services. Am I missing anything?
You're hitting the nail on the head.
At no additional cost.
At no additional cost.
And back to your point of successful people being busy, what I found too with many of my clients, even if you have an unlimited budget, which few people do, but even if you have an unlimited budget, finding the service people, scheduling the appointments, the guy doesn't show up, that's half the battle right there.
Well, that is why yacht management companies exist.
Yes.
And are able to charge extreme premium prices for their services. I frankly don't think anything like this has ever existed. I've never heard of it.
Nor have I.
Yeah, so pretty special.
What we're offering with Fairline, in this case, we're not offering to sell you a boat. We're selling you the ownership experience, the yachting experience, in a way that nobody else has really been able to do, at least certainly in Florida, to my knowledge.
No, it's as you know, it's all about lifestyle. What differentiates them is, frankly, you and me, the operations that we bring to the table and the brands that we represent. And the idea of us partnering with Chris, I've known Chris for a long time. We're excited about what he's done over the previous years. And we want to be a part of what he does in the future, which is why we've opened up this very special opportunity to him and his company.
Well, I'm incredibly excited to be in partnership with you and your colleagues at NV Yachts, and look forward to offering our clients an ownership experience that you and I both have really wanted to offer for a long time.
No question about it. We've talked about this for years.
We just haven't had the resources
to
offer it. So myself, Christopher, Rob, we are thrilled about this new offering. We have so much more to cover, so much more to show you, but that's our introduction to Fairline Yachts, NV Yachts, Veritas Yacht Sales and Brokerage, and most importantly, the overall ownership experience. Lots more to come. Thank you.